YouTube, this is Charlie426, and today we have the review of the robot Damashii prototype Gundam ver anime. Now, the prototype Gundam is technically one of my favorite versions of the RX-78, which is why I have and reviewed the master grade version of it. Now, my original plan was to get the full armor Gundam, but the web shop I ordered it from was not doing their job properly, so I basically ordered something that didn't exist at their shop. So yeah, so I had to change shops, and I found this and decided to go for it. Now, this is my second attempt filming this, so I might I don't know how this is going to end up, and I'm not sure how long this is going to end up, because it's a very long it's going to be a very long review. Anyway, let's get on to the review. Now, as usual, let's talk about its components. So, first of all, what you get, of course, is the mobile suit itself, the prototype Gundam. And for the hands, I'm currently using on the right arm is the right trigger finger, and on the left arm is the hand for the beam saber. So that's that. So I'm going to push that back a bit to the side, and let's talk about the hands. So the hands you get in total of 10 hands, I believe. So that's 2, 4, 6, 8, and then the 2 I'm using. So you get 2 of these open hands, and then 2 of these semi-open hands like these for posing. And then here are the normal. Now, you don't actually get fist hands, but this is like the most close to the fist as usual. So that you get the typical normal hand, and then here are the leftover left trigger finger, and then the other right beam saber hand. So that's that. And as usual, since we have a lot of hands, we do get this, the whatchamacallit, the storage system for the hands. Alright, so what else we get is a sticker decal sheet. Yes, this one actually comes with sticker decal sheet. There's nothing too special. There's a big number 5 there, a 78, 38, 38, a bunch of 38, and then a bunch of GO1s to GO9 numbers, and all sorts of symbols and yada yadas. So yeah. And then we get the shield, a very nice color shield, not your typical, red, white, and yellow, but black, red, and yellow. Also, for the connecting part, this is the one I'm using with the ball joint that just connects to the arm itself. But if you don't like it, you do have the option of the handle to put it on the bottom hole, as usual. So that's what it's for. I'm not going to be showing that much. And then we have this part, which is actually meant to store the beam rifle, and it goes right over here. And I'll show you guys later how that works. Then lastly, we got the bazooka connector, which once again I'll show you guys later. And here, this small piece, I really hope I can show this properly, but this is the effect part for the head. So it's the effect part for showing how it's looking like as if it's firing its Vulcans or Vulcan pods. So, and getting the V-fin out is not easy, so hopefully I can do this without no trouble. And then here we have 4 beam saber effect parts. Well, not all of them are beam saber. These 3 are the beam saber effect parts, the straight ones and the bent ones. So once again, I've already showed this twice, or I'm not sure if it was twice, but I already showed you like something similar on my previous reviews of Robot Damashii figures, so you can check those out. And then finally, whoops, I dropped something. And then we have this one. Now, this is not the beam saber effect. This is actually for the beam rifle effect part. So you just plug it in, and as if it's firing. That is very nice. So that's pretty much it. And then, let's see, we get, now, one of the main unique parts of this product is that this comes with the Hyper Hammer. Now, there's no way to actually pose it with this, as if it's actually like swinging or using it, but there is ways to pose it, which I will show you guys a picture right over here. So yeah, this is like I believe this is the only way to get this, I think, but yeah. And then, let's see, and we have this part which actually goes onto the back for storing the Hyper Hammer. I'll show you guys later what that means, and I think this was actually done pretty well. I mean, I did not expect to like see something like this. This is the beam rifle of the prototype Gundam. It's really own unique style. Yeah, this is like one of its unique weapons. You don't see this too often. So even in the Master Grade, this is the only way to get this is to buy the prototype Gundam Master Grade 2.0, which is premium Bandai. And I absolutely love it. And we have this part right over here you can pull out and reveals a peg, and then you can store it onto the waist, which I'll show you guys later. And it actually sticks onto it very well. And then this one, we have this long beam saber. Now, hilt. Now we already have the normal the regular two beam saber hilts, but this is actually a longer version of it. So this is meant for holding the beam saber in with two hands. So if you want to have your mobile suit or figure hold the beam saber with two hands, this is the one you use, because the ones that were given, they're kind of too short to use in both hands. So here's a picture of it, how it's using it. So yeah. So I won't be demonstrating that as well. And also, if you are wondering, yes, you can put this on the backpack. However, you only get one, so you're gonna need another one to, to match it up. And then we get two thruster effect parts. Now, you only get two, but so these are mostly meant for the backpack. Or if you don't mind, you can put one on each foot. So each feet can take up to two thruster effect parts. So use it as you will. If you want more, you have to buy other robot Damashis. I personally recommend getting the Gym Ver Anime, because that comes with, I think, six. Yeah, I think it comes with 6 thruster effect parts. So yeah. And then we have the Hyper Bazooka. Once again, I'm not too sure how, or like what's so hyper about it, but still, we have your typical Hyper Bazooka and the effect parts, and I absolutely love these effect parts. So basically, you just need to plug it in. There's this small piece going on in there, so you just need to match it up, and then attach the smoke effect part, and there we go. And I absolutely love this effect part. So I'm not going to be able to show you on camera properly, because it's going to be so long. So you can always check my Facebook page, and which I upload all the pictures I take before filming the review, so you can check that out. But I absolutely love the effect part, even the bazooka. The front part actually is consisted in two pieces: the long area and then this back section area. The smoke part is a single piece. So yeah, once again, I really love these kind of aspects of the Robot Damashii Ver anime figures, which is why I'm really hyped up to get the Gun Cannon Ver anime and the Gym Sniper 2 Ver anime. Alright, now let's get on to the review. Now we got rid of some stuff that, that can take up some time, so now let's check on the articulation. While I'm on doing the articulation of the head, I'm going to try to take off the V-fin if possible, if you guys don't mind. So as far as I know, you guys just jiggle it out. There we go. I think I got it. There we go. We got it. So I'm going to take off the V-fin for now. It just plugs out, but when you first get it, it's going to be a little bit tricky to get out, but you'll get used to it. Now for the head, the red section on the V-fin is there, and then the head articulation can go down that much, up a lot. That is very good, because there's actually a latch that opens up like this, so you have no problem at all. And the 360 twist on the head is possible. Oops, sorry about that. I'm going to show you guys again. A 360 twist on the head is possible. And then the eyes, I love those golden colored yellow eyes. They're not clear. And then the cameras are red, once again, not clear as well. And then we have all those black vents, and here we have the Vulcan effect parts. I'm just going to show you guys this now. Now, this one's actually a little bit rubberish. The one that I just took out is more plastic, so just keep that in mind and don't break it, because you do not get an extra V-fin for this one. Like the Alex, I believe, and then the Gym Cool Districts, like they actually gave you like extra antennas and extra V-fins, but this one does not. So once again, I think I got it right, but it's kind of a little bit wobbly, so you need to match it up on the areas, but this is how it works, and that's actually pretty cool. So yeah. Of course, taking it on and off is tricky, so be careful once again. You don't want to like bend or break anything while you're doing that. And I'm just going to put the V-fin right back on. Now that was kind of the most part I was kind of worried of doing, because I was worried I was gonna break something. But yeah, now I've done it properly, I can now relax. So we've seen the head, now let's look at the arm articulation. Now, the Robot Damashii, unlike HGUC kits, modern HGUC kits, the shoulder itself doesn't move, so it's actually just there on a single peg that doesn't move around. But that doesn't mean it doesn't move, because the entire shoulder area, or the main breast area, actually moves like that entirely, so that's very good. So that moves it, so works both ways, and then the vent actually digs inside behind the cockpit, and also the cockpit does not open. So that's how that works. The arm, because it's on a round peg, or a ball joint. Yeah, not a peg. It's actually a ball joint. Sorry about that. Yeah, that's actually a ball joint. So it can go 360 thanks to that, and then the arm can go about 90 degrees. The shoulder armor does not move that much, but the arm itself can twist 360, and you have that nice cranking noise. And then the the bottom section also itself can twist again. That's very good. I actually love that aspect. And you have a double jointed bend, and you have ball jointed hands, but the ball joint is on the arm, so the hands are the ones that actually has the holes this time, like that. So once again, these hands don't fit in too well. They're very tight, so I suggest you get like a small screwdriver and start digging in. Alright, and that's that. So for the body, can go 360, no problem at all. And then you have a nice ab crunch going on, very nice. And then on the backpack, now one of the main difference, other than color, regarding the prototype Gundam to the normal ARC-78 is that the color, the waist section, I believe the feet armor, this part armor is different, and then on the backpack it's different. It's more of a different design. It's a more simple design. The beam sabers also are technically supposed to be different. They're more their designs are more simple, I believe. That's how the Master Grade was. I'm not sure how the Robot Damashis are, but yeah. Nothing too special. We have the two beam sabers. They're just plugged into there on a hole, so they're just stuck in there. And then you have these thrusters that can move around, and here is where I should show you guys the thruster effect parts. Here's one. You can plug it onto the backpack like that, which is very nice. And I don't know, these thruster effect parts like to be stuck in there. Or you can put it on the feet. Once again, the feet takes in 2 for each foot, so do it as you will. So that's it for the thruster parts. And yeah. Speaking of the waist section, on the back section there is there's this latch where you can actually open up that reveals a hole. Now that hole is meant for the bazooka storing system. So we have this that comes into place. Clip the bazooka on, and there we go. And then you just plug it in like that. Simple as that. Yeah, yeah. All right. And then the waist section, nothing too special. The front skirts move the front skirts move about 90 degrees up front. Side skirt also moves, but not as much. Back skirt does not move. And then we have this section on the waist section, which is one of the unique aspects. You can open this up and reveals this part, a small hole. And then if you remember, the beam rifle has this small peg that you can pull out. All you need to do is plug it into that hole, and you have the beam rifle stored into the waist section. That is very cool, because you don't actually see like beam rifles this big actually get stored into the waist section. Usually we see it on the back or the back of the waist, but this one, once again, very unique. Also, I should mention on the arms, this is the hole where you connect the shield. So on this case, you have this part just connected like that, and thanks to the since it's on a ball joint, you pretty much move it anywhere you want, and since the lower arm can also rotate, it really helps on posing the shield. And also you can move this a little bit 90 degrees, and there's this hole on the back. You can plug it and store the shield like that. Once again, very helpful, and actually did this more easily compared to the last one. So that's that. And then, since I'm talking about the shield, you have this peg, and then this part that looks like a handle. You can store the beam rifle, well, like that. Very nice. So the the figure does provide a good number of ways to store your weapons here and there. Okay, so now let's look at the leg. The leg can go up 90 degrees or more than 90 degrees up front. Back, not so much. Can go to the 90 degrees, which means this thing has a side swivel going on and has a double jointed bend on the leg. And as I mentioned, one of the different parts is the knee, the ankle guard part, because I believe it has a different design. Very nice white and black color. And your feet are typical ball jointed feet. Nothing too special going on there. Alright, now let's talk about the unique parts, which is one that I'm not going to demonstrate the bazooka because I think I've done that enough on my previous ones. Here we have the beam rifle. Once again, most Robot Damashii figures, the way how you connect the weapons is not unlike HGUCs where it has those hole and peg systems on the hand. You just jam it in there and hopefully it works out. And there you go. You have the beam rifle. Very nice. Yeah, I really do love this beam rifle because despite being a beam rifle, it still has that small gun feeling. It's like a beam gun feel instead of like being a rifle. That's why I really like that. And finally, so yeah, as mentioned, the hands. The good thing about the Robot Damashii hands is that they actually give you a hand meant for the beam saber. So which is why it doesn't really slide. You can just put it in, it's gonna be stuck in there. And that's how this is the normal length of the beam saber, but I mean hilt. This is the long one. So comparing it to it, it's not double the length, but it's definitely longer. So if you put it on, if you put the longer one inside, you can see there's enough section for the second hand to hold it. Finally, this part. I'm gonna take off this part just in case. So what we do is that you just plug this in, and this gives out the illusion where the black section inside here just kind of extended outside here. And with this, what we can do is store the hyper hammer like this. Of course, you gotta wrap it around yourself, and then yeah, you got yourself a backpack that can hold the hyper hammer. That is very nice. And here's a picture of the figurine using the hyper hammer, or holding the hyper hammer. That's how I did it. Basically, the way how the instruction manual tells you to do is that you get a hand and then try to like. Now on the manual it tells you to put this part onto the handle, which I had so much trouble doing it. So I just put in the chain inside the hand and then wrapped it around the hand, and then use a open hand on the other hand and then like lie it on there. So it's to make it look like it's ready to use it. So like this is that picture right over here. And that's pretty much it for the review. This was the review of the Prototype Gundam Ver Anime Robot Damashii figurine. Now I'm still hoping to see a premium Bandai version of an HGUC kit of the Prototype Gundam, hopefully based on the revive. But once again, I'm starting to grow a little bit tired waiting for certain kits. So which is why I'm going for figurines like this. Once again, if you're a big fan of the RX-78 or Prototype Gundam, I would highly recommend it because it's definitely worth its price, which is around like $60 or if more, about $70, depending on where you get it. And I say it's worth the quality. Anyway, thank you for watching the review. This was the review of the Prototype Gundam Ver Anime Robot Damashii figurine. If you guys got any questions or requests, leave a comment below. I still have more kits to buy and figures to buy and review, so please stay tuned. Until then, see you guys next time!